What's up, everybody? It's your boy G Waters. We're back with another episode of Solar Streets. And this episode, we have the beautiful Miss Kay in the building from North Carolina. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So excited to have you on the show. You have a project, an EP out called In the Present that
Yes.
is that's really been doing very well. It's been getting a lot of good reviews, and I've checked it out, and I think it's amazing. 4 songs, 14 minutes of just good R&B. How did this project come together, and what inspired it?
Yeah, so I decided a few years back that I wanted to commit to doing music,
Hmm.
and I've been writing songs since I was about like 8 or 9. And so I've been creating,
What are
but
you,
trying
12? No.
close, close, I'm still a spring chicken, you know what I mean? I'm
Facts,
actually not.
facts.
I'm just happy to retain my youthful glow. I love when people think I'm younger than I actually am. But so I've been trying to figure out like what the sound is because I listen to so much different music. And I released an EP prior to that called From the Past, where
Mm.
I had a bunch of random songs that just like were not connected, and I threw them together, and I was just like, I'm just gonna drop them. And they were all about like really personal experiences. Like I love the songs, but I just felt like I needed to stop working on them and trying to
Hmm.
fix them and just start with creating a sound that was coming from my mind and my heart, like right now in 2024. So sorry, that's my child, Meow. I am a cat mom. Um,
Nice, nice. My
but
cat
within the
passed away, so I understand.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know
Thank you,
that
thank you. It's been a
are.
minute now, but we still love cats. I still love them.
Yes, yes. Our fur babies are so important. And Meow is my youngest. I have two. So
Okay.
she's the most rambunctious out of all of them. Sometimes she likes to make guest appearances.
And
But
sometimes, hey, we make maybe on a future project we hear him on her on the track.
you might. I'm working on some things. I am
All right,
working on
cool.
some things. But in the present was just that. It was about me sitting down in the studio in 2024, right now, making music and just seeing what it sounds like to be my, well, at the time it was 27-year-old self,
Hmm.
as opposed to, working on older music. Cause you go in the studio, you record some stuff and you like, I like it, but it's almost there. It's just not quite. And it was like this EP was a good refresher for me so that I wasn't getting stuck in this paralysis of analysis with art. And it's been doing really well. So I figured I
Yeah.
would.
So when you recorded it, did you record this music with the intent to come out with a full project, or were you just recording songs just to get it out of your system?
It kind of started out as just recording songs to get it out of my system. But the more that I started doing it, I think by the time I got to Cryan Brian, I was like, oh, I think this is a
That's the
project that,
one right there.
yeah,
Who,
everybody's been saying that. And it
who
is
the
one of it
hell
is
is Brian?
so
And why is he crying?
yeah,
Because of you, Kay.
he is. It's funny actually because it's like I was I was having a very cathartic moment built on a personal experience. None of my exes were harmed in the making of that song.
Uh-oh,
Um,
God.
but I actually did steal a song from one of my friends. So shout out to my best friend because I needed a name that rhymed with crying, and one of my friends had an ex named Brian. So,
Okay.
but me and Brian, I don't know. Brian and I did not have any.
I hope you didn't write him into existence for yourself.
I hope I didn't either. I think
Woo!
I'm doing okay. My current boyfriend seems really nice, and his name is
All
not
right,
Brian.
cool.
So,
Nice, 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 nice. Well, that song is fire. So shout out to your best friend and his and her ex, Brian, because it worked well. So the word crying had was there, but you just need something to rhyme with crying.
I did. I really
So
did.
why
And
were
I
you
did.
crying? Oh, why was he crying? What's going on? What's
So
going on, Kate?
what had happened was, in my early 20s, in my younger years, I'm a little more wise now. You start messing around with people you ain't had no business messing around with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I knew what it was. I knew what it was with this individual. And then when I seen some numbers in the back of that man's pocket, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? That's
he
when I
didn't even
knew.
have a. Wait a minute, he didn't have it in his phone. He had it in his pocket.
No, he had it in his pocket. Actually,
Damn.
yeah, yeah, I was like, that's very archaic. Like you couldn't have just let me find it on your phone. It was almost like God was like,
What? Oh, okay, okay.
Check his pockets, you know? So I was just like, all right, okay, this is cool. And so what it was
You
I
still
chose
checking pockets?
no, I don't feel the need to check pockets anymore.
All right,
Mm-mm.
good.
That particular individual was a little like it didn't make sense. You know, when you're young, you be with people you had no business being with.
Now I don't know about that. You know, I got on my I have on pocket full. That's the brand I'm wearing right now. So that's why I was
Oh,
asking if you
really?
still checking pockets.
No,
We got a lot of stuff in our pockets, but there ain't no phone numbers. We keep our
they don't
numbers in
know
our
the
phones. You heard?
good wholesome materials in the pockets. I know. With that, I mean, you know, I got instead of getting mad, I got even. And that's why he was crying.
Well, it makes sense to me, and it makes for a beautiful song, a dope song, and this song is fire. Like that's all I can. When I heard the song, I saw the performance of it, and it was acoustic, I believe, which I was just performing it on your Instagram page, the post you posted. And then when I was like, is there a track to this song? Like, is there actually call? When I heard the production, I was like, oh man, this is this is refreshing. It's got an edge to it. It's got an aggression to it. Like it makes you just draws you in from the beat and everything. It kind of reminds me of like the gives me Erica Badu vibes, the Chloe and Haley vibes.
Yeah.
It's just refreshing and fresh to hear music coming out like this from up and coming artists. So congratulations on a dope project and definitely for a good lead off song that has people a lot very excited.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that you said the Erica. Yes, I am an Erica Badu fan. I am a Chloe Halle fan. I love them.
Okay.
I really appreciate as a songwriter like their authenticity and vulnerability and their ability to
Mm-hmm.
create music where it feels like you know that girl like this you listening to your homegirl
Right.
talk to you on the phone telling you like can you believe what this man did da, da, da. You know that's the type of stuff I like to create stuff that people can connect to.
And this project takes you on a lot on a. It starts off with yours truly, or right? Yours Kay, yours
Mhm.
truly Kay.
Yours, Kay.
Yours Kay. I know it's something. Start then you got Cryan Brian.
Uh-huh.
If you want it, and then you have on God. So it takes you on a journey, letting you know that the Lord is in your life.
Hallelujah.
You know what I'm saying? We love a second sister that got the Lord in her life because we know that she's gonna put everything in perspective.
Certainly. Well, I like doing themes, even in my like shows and my concerts. I always have a theme, and within the present, the theme was love, and I wanted to think about the different aspects of connection. Yours K is dedicated to my current partner because I think he's the bee's knees, and
Okay,
it was a
okay.
good, positive relationship. And then Cryan Brian was sort of meant to be like the opposite of that, like being in love with somebody and then experiencing sort of the downsides of love, the
Isn't it
ways
crazy
in
though
which
how the positive songs never get the same light as the songs that bring so much pain?
actually though, because I think yours K originally was my favorite because I was just like it's smooth and I was really feeling myself. It was the type of song that
Yeah. It's a
mm,
personal it's a
mm,
personal favorite because you're in that's your personal space and you live that
yes,
all the time. But when you play the project for everybody else, that everybody else is miserable and they
yes.
want to it's more miserable people going around than it is people in positive relationships, unfortunately. And
Yeah,
we're gonna connect to the crying
for
and
sure.
stuff.
And people want to feel seen, you know what I mean? I think yours, Kay, like the people that are like, oh no, that's my song, are usually people that are like in, like you said, in that physical space. And then with Cryan Brian, people love that because can I? And I can't curse on here, can I? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Can you fucking curse? I don't know. Can you?
Type shit, type shit, type
You
shit.
know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll be
What
nervous,
the
you know what I'm
fuck?
saying? Because I feel like I don't want to, I don't know if it's kids watching, and Auntie K loves the kids.
I mean, they can watch if they want. The fuck?
Type shit.
We
But
talking. This is the soul of the street. This ain't the soul. We ain't in the church. We are in
he
the streets,
said,
baby.
and not Sesame Street. Ooh, and not
Wrong
Sesame Street.
show.
But right. But no, it's like people, can hear somebody talk the shit and they like, yeah, yeah, I'ma lock in. I'ma lock in. People love when folks are just, going off. And
Yeah,
it gives a sense of bravado and it can almost be like the antithesis of like loving somebody else or having a loving partner is like
yeah.
self-love. You know, and
And the
I'm
way you worded the lyric, the wordplay is like you could tell like you was having fun writing the lyrics, because you know, because you was talking that shit on that joint.
You
And
know?
when you could be freely like that with your lyrics and stuff, and with you being so young, you know, because 27 is still young,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, you still know what's going on out here, how we all talking right now, and it's just relatable because it's like you don't even have to curse the person out, or whatever, you just put on your album and play a couple of the tracks,
Absolutely.
and then you get the blessing at the end on God.
Yeah, you do. You do. You do. You do. And I felt like it was a good cathartic moment for me because the situation happened years ago, but I needed like a breakup song. I was kind of like, okay, I need something to really spread, like share my personality.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, I'm nervous obviously because it's an interview, but I'm not super, like people talk to me, people are usually like surprised by the things that come out of my mouth, and they're like, "Oh, you look very, very sweet," but she got a little spice to her. She a little.
No, we want. This is the era. We're going into 2025, and this is the era of we need more spice. We need
Yes.
more spice. You know, we got ice spice now. We need cake spice. We need we need more spice. You know, ain't nothing wrong with spice. We all look innocent. We all nice you know, if it's in you, it has to come out.
It
Especially
does.
when it's coming out the way that it's coming out, and it's getting the response that it's getting. So, you know, I mean, we love that you're happy and your relationship and everything is going well, and you're writing about that as well. And that one of them songs is gonna kick off too, because it just has to. But right now, you know, Cryan Brian, you know, Cryan Brian is what's going on right now, and that's what we want. We want it all, though. We want it all. But it's good to have a lead off, because not everyone. Some people have projects and nobody's talking about no song on the project. It's just like you know.
Yeah,
So it's a
absolutely.
good situation to be in.
Totally, totally. And the song is fun. Like I had fun performing it. Like it is nothing like the feeling of a room full of women and everybody talking about something. I might be a dog. Yeah. Yeah. Like it's very aggressive, and I'm an Aries. I like aggressive shit.
Yo, what?
In Aries.
When?
March 21st.
April 12th. Okay, you back with come on. Fire in the building.
The fire signs, fire gang. I'm here.
So you already know the mouth. I already know your mouth is crazy because
I see, but that's why I had to really emphasize that. Like I can code switch very, very well. You know, I do my best not to embarrass my mama out in these streets. You know,
right. But these are the solar streets, so she understand. She
knows
will
it is.
understand.
She knows it is. And my mother's an Aries too, so she taught
no,
me
for
how
real.
to.
That's what's up.
Yes, yeah. So I got it honest from my mama.
So she's at March or April.
April 6th.
Oh, Joe. Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know, we are a talented group of people. You know.
I mean, Ari Lennox, Mariah Carey, Jasmine Sullivan,
Diana Ross, Babyface. Come on, Al Green. Come on.
I think Elton John might be Aries.
You said Shaka Khan, right?
Shaka Khan. Yeah, oh my God, one of my favorites. Yes.
Did you say Billie Holiday?
Yes, Billie Holiday. Aretha Franklin, I think.
Celine Dion.
Come
on.
It's so many Aries vocalists out here that are really
Marvin Gaye. Come on.
Him too.
Rest in peace. A lot of greats. And now your name is being mentioned amongst them. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Aries clan of greatness.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm working hard to be deserving of being in the space with such wonderful and talented musicians.
No, you definitely are. So do you play instruments as well?
Not for public consumption. I do keep an acoustic guitar. Her name is Brown Sugar. And I can piddle around on a keyboard a little bit. My father is an instrumentalist though, so I'm my worst critic when it comes to being like an instrumentalist. I gotta beat my dad.
Nice. Okay.
Just say like that. It's a competition.
So the music that you are recording on this project, was that live musicians? Because it sounds very, very soulful.
So I work with a couple of different producers. I usually will find like the beats and sort of license it out, but I love
Okay.
the live music sound and I have
Yeah, because it has a theme to it. It
one
sounds like it could have been all one like a band
person.
type of thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. That, and I worked hard for that. I worked hard to curate it, but for in the present, I was contracting different producers and purchasing the beats off of them for their wonderful, amazing labor on that and sort of building, especially after I got like the first two songs and I realized that it was going to be like a project. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to make sure that I like built an arc and that everything sounded the same.
Mm.
I have
Yep.
utilized live musicians before though, and I do have a band.
Nice. What was the first song you recorded? If you didn't say.
The first song was Yours, Kay.
Okay.
And then Cryan Brian, and then the last two were out of order. I did On God, and then I did If You.
Nice, 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 nice. Now, well, the project is nice. It's short. It's I mean, I had it on repeat, just playing it. I was riding to it. You got about 60 streams just from me going back
Thank
and
you.
forth to where I was going. And I was like, wait a minute, it's just like I felt good. It has a nice, refreshing feeling. It just feels really good. So congratulations once again on a dope project. Visuals. What are we doing for the visuals? Are there any visuals coming? Are any here? What's going on? Are we gonna see this
There are
come
a
to
couple.
life?
Yeah, we are. There are a couple. Um, I'm thinking about doing some fuller videos, in particular
Mm-hmm.
with Cryan Brian, and I'm going back and forth between On God and Yours, Kay. I've been focusing on Cryan Brian right now. So Yours, Kay, and Cryan Brian, the visuals are actually out for that. You can see me chilling in my apartment, singing these songs and whatnot. I actually have two other visuals recorded for If You Want It and
Okay.
On God. So they're already recorded and edited and everything. I'm just sitting on them because
Now,
this
what are
time
we sitting on them for, Miss K? What's the problem? What's going on?
I want to run Cryan Brian into the ground. And then I'm thinking strategically, I might want to uplift the other two songs. But I haven't quite decided what we're going to do for that because Cryan Brian is getting so much love.
That
Um,
song is so fire. Like it's so fire. Like really, it is really, 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 really.
Thank you. I didn't
Like it's a
expect.
hit. It's a hit record in my opinion. In my humble ear opinion, I feel like that song is like it's just catchy. It's just I mean I just everything. There's nothing that you can say about the song other than it's fire.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you
and
so
you know
much.
that Haley is an Aries too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. See,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
had a playlist for my birthday this past year where it was
Moves
just
on
big
it.
Aries energy. It had all them people on there, but now I have to add her to the list as well now
Yeah,
because I
that's
didn't
why
realize.
she's Miss Mermaid because she's the star of the show.
Yeah, I need to add her in there now for real because I had a whole bunch of people that I just knew were Aries and I was just like white, black, gospel,
Yeah, it don't
country,
matter.
whatever.
It don't even matter the color.
Right. Big Aries energy. All
Elton
Aries people.
John is an
Yes.
Aries too.
Yes, and I was playing that playlist out, I got me a little drop top convertible. I was riding around. I had my whole vacation mindset. I was like, it's springtime and it's all me. And I'm the first day of Aries too. So I was like, no, no, oh
Yeah,
no, no,
you
no.
don't
It
like.
must be
Do you
extra.
consider yourself on the cusp or you just straight out Aries?
I do kind of consider myself on the cusp because with
Because Erica's
being
a Pisces. Erica's a Pisces. So
and
you get.
I would be if you do like the other because it's like the sidereal or the tropical. I'm probably saying that all wrong, but it's two different types of astrology. So if I go with the other type of astrology, then I would be considered a Pisces. And I love and
Mm,
I think Rihanna's a Pisces.
yeah,
There's some dope Pisces artists out here
but to
too.
bring it back to Aries, Diana Ross is the Aries too. I forgot about that one.
And I love me some Diana. I love
You
me
know,
some Diana.
you give a little Ross energy.
Thank you. I'm actually getting ready for a show next Friday. Actually, I'll be doing like a little Supremes
Oh,
and
really? Okay.
Emotions tribute. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
always
yeah.
fun to see young ladies, go back into the heritage of great of the greats
Of the yeah,
and pay
no.
homage.
Yes, no. I have a girl group I've been working on and building. So I love multiple genres. My dad is a multi-singer. He sings with the Temptations and the Drifters and the Temptations Review and the Drifters.
Okay.
And I just grew up on that music. My parents are older, you know, people got like younger parents. My parents are baby boomers, okay? From the deep, dirty South,
The
okay?
dirty,
So
dirty.
the dirty, okay? So I was born in Memphis. My parents are from South Carolina. So the old school, the
My
Southern
father's from
soul,
South Carolina. What part of South Carolina?
Pendleton, South Carolina.
Okay, my family from Mount Corner, St. Stephen.
Okay, okay. So you Geechee.
I'm not Geechee, but they Geechee. I'm a Bronx nigga.
Yeah, I understand. Look, I know the New York in you, you know, I get it. I understand. I love it too. I have some cousins up in New York as well. So
Yeah.
I
But
love
we
New
got
York.
some Geechee. We got some Geechee down. We
Yeah,
got some Geechee
Geechee
in the
blood.
blood.
Geechee good blood. Yes, but
Mm-hmm.
you might be cousins, you know, that's the thing.
Hey, we could be cuz. Hey, cuz.
That's how we operate, you know. And my people are from around that area as well, like back generations. They ended up
Okay.
moving upstate towards Pendleton and everything like that. But yeah, so I love South Carolina. I love the South. I love Southern music, Southern soul, all of that. And so I do my neo soul thing. I have
Mm-hmm.
a degree. I sing opera sometimes, you know.
Okay.
Um, but I also, you know, with the girl group, I'm able to pay homage to the girl groups that came before us. Now we is trying to get a little bit more recent. We got some other tributes coming up that are a little bit more, you know, TLC, Destiny's Child
I'm
oriented.
about to say, because what's recent these days? Because there ain't no group right now to keep it recent.
I know.
Like every group that you do is old school at this point. Destiny
Yeah.
Child, old school.
In Vogue,
In
technically.
Vogue is old. If Destiny Child and TLC is considered old school, then In Vogue is
Yeah.
this old school.
It is. It is. But we trying to bring it back. We trying to bring it
Well, we
back. I know
appreciate you.
people like, where the girl groups at? And we're here. We here. We coming. We working on the
I
platform.
think Candy has a girl group. I was playing I forget the name of I forget their name, but Candy has a girl group though.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to lock in and support. I believe in supporting other artists for sure, learning as much as I can because there's so much art out there and it can get overwhelming, but I do think it's so important for artists to support each other and to be present and engaging with other people's art and getting inspired, you know.
I hope I really hope that becomes a true thing, and because like it sounds good, but like I've yet to truly see it
Yeah.
happen. Like, but it sounds so good because I feel like this is like one of the most because like and being a creative and an artist, like you have to focus on your talent, you have to focus on yourself and be the star of that show. So it's hard to
Focus
give
on other people.
energy to other talent once you're in that space because you got to make sure you're on point so much. So, but to be able to, I'm glad that you're saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because hopefully, when people, and I know you're gonna do what's needed to make that happen because it's definitely needed. I always wondered, like, was that something that the older artists did they really care about the other artists that they were, around when they were out? Were they friendly towards each other, or as when we hear Gladys Knight and Aretha on radio and stuff like that, or just Mariah and Janet or whoever, like behind the scenes, I wonder if they calling each other up and being like, "Hey, what's going on?" Da 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 da, like on some cool shit.
I've seen some interviews, I heard Patty had called up Kiki Wyatt was like, "Hey, for you the reason I can't sing my song no more." I love that story because that is amazing to think that somebody like Patty would, call you up and be like,
but I can see that with Patty and Kiki because it's such an age gap, and it's like that's like a homage, like that's like a great honor to have Patty LaBelle call you and call you a heifer because you singing the hell out of that song 40 years later.
The hell out of that song. He sang that damn song, but pregnant and all.
Woo! Yeah, and when I listen to the original version, I can't even believe like Kiki's original version. It's like it doesn't even sound nothing like the version she's singing today. Like it's like what? You need to redo that song over. But let's keep it on Kay though, because Kay
Whitney. Oh, sorry.
Wait, no, what you about to say about Whitney?
Whitney was a great example of somebody who we could see in real time showing love to her. Great artist. I love me some Whitney Houston. That's my favorite Leo.
Real okay. My favorite female artist. Don't kill me. I have 3.
That's okay.
All right, let me make sure I say that. All right, I have three and a fourth notable one.
Okay.
Okay, my all-time favorite, my grandma's is Dinah Ross.
Yes.
All right. Now, when it comes down to just female entertainment and everything, singing, dancing, everything, it's Miss Janet Jackson.
Okay.
All right. And then when it comes down to just female singing, it's Miss Stephanie Mills.
Woo! Love
Who's
me
also
some.
in Aries too. And then when
No.
it comes down to singing, writing, and that's it, singing and writing, and just being present in who she is as an artist, Miss Mariah Carey, Miss Christmas herself. Those are my four.
I love that. I love all of those artists. I honestly couldn't pick. People ask me all the time. I say Whitney just because when I was little, you know, young, you be trying to sing. And you know, my daddy's a musician, but my daddy did not care that I was his child. Like, he does not, he don't give a damn. Now, it doesn't, okay? These are just facts. My daddy is a Gemini, as straightforward as they come.
Oh my God.
And I was little and I'd be singing. I was like 5, 6 years old, like, yeah, Daddy, I'm about to sing this song. He was like, you need to work on that. You want to learn how to sing? Sing like this. And he put on I Love the Lord by Whitney Houston.
Oh, that'll do it.
And he was like, learn, if you want to sing, like you want to sing, but we want to sing, go learn how to sing this song. And I did. And I was.
And you've been singing ever since.
Yes, I was enthralled with Whitney Houston. She is the reason that I be singing. Whenever I feel like I want to give up and not make music no more, I go put on There's Music in You from the little Cinderella movie that she did with Brandy. My inner child is brought back to balance and homeostasis just by her voice in that song. It's such a powerful song.
Did you ever listen to Shanice?
Oh yeah. But actually,
it's so many great vocalists that don't ever get mentioned.
That's, you know who I really loved?
Who
does not get enough shine? I do love Shanice though. I don't, not to detract from her at all.
Definitely,
She sang on, actually, I'm about to get canceled before I can get started. Okay, so on the Pocahontas soundtrack. And I understand why people don't like Pocahontas.
But who sang on the Pocahontas soundtrack?
Shanice. She actually does. You know, at the end of the Disney movies where they used to have the R&B singers come in and do the duet of one of the songs in the movie, she actually does one with this. It's a lovely sounding white gentleman. I cannot think of his name.
I think I remember what you're talking about. I think
she did it. So as a kid, that was actually my introduction to her because I had heard her do the remix of If I Ever Knew You, and it was in the credits and everything. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this lady sounds so beautiful. But it's her and it's Shantae Moore.
Shantae Moore, yeah. Two of the most underrated great vocalists. What does, I always wondered too, what does underrated mean? Because if we talking about them, then they're no longer underrated, right?
I agree with that. I think when I think about underrated, I think about, so like one of my things as well, I got a degree in vocal performance.
Okay, dope.
I had
a well-rounded artist.
Yes. So that's why you were like, we got to bring it back to Kay. I was like, no, but Kay loves like music history. Like you'll listen to my songs and it'll be so many different riffs and runs that I could piece back from this person to that person. My music is a product of all the sounds that I heard coming up, and all of these people, especially Black artists in particular, are like a part of those sounds. But we know historically from like an ethnomusicology perspective that like Black sounds, when it came to the creation of race music and Black people being able to record it and live off of music, they were the most underpaid. They were the most underrecognized. They were the most underserved. There are people that have been on records that have inspired folks like the Beatles and all these types of stuff, living down here, down south, you know what I'm saying, that need, financial support because they're not receiving royalties. Like there's so many systemic injustices with the industry where artists are just like not being really recognized. So when I think about underrated, I think about those artists that like, we know that they're talented, and I feel like as a community, like we know who our artists are, like we know who they are, but it just might not be receiving their just due systemically. I would say Jasmine Sullivan was underrated for the longest time until recently when she got on like Pick Up My Feelings, when she dropped that. is when I felt like everybody really started to pay her attention.
Because it
And
was like a time with that first album, she was killing the first album.
yeah.
And then the second album came out and it was cool, but it was like, I think that it was a shift going on in music at that time. And then whatever happened, it kept happening, and then it kept happening. And she's an Aries too. And then she never gave up. And then she just came out of nowhere, and just the talent just in the pen game was just so crazy that she just wrote herself into the game again.
She did.
She's amazing. I love Jasmine Sullivan. She's dope.
Me too.
Yes, she is dope. There's so many dope artists that I could say are my favorites, but then I have my ultimate favorites, because I tell people, like, when I speak to artists sometimes, and I'll be like, oh, they were my favorite at it, because sometimes these people are, some of our favorites, they take a breath, they take a breather.
Yeah.
And then other people come in that you start loving, while your favorite is figuring out what they're gonna do next.
Yeah.
So you start having 2 or 3 favorites in between time while you're waiting.
So do like me and Rihanna with this album.
Oh man, see, but thank God there haven't been too many female singers that came out since that's probably why she don't have to drop, because there ain't no competition to come out.
Yeah, Riri's like, no, nobody's coming for Riri's spot, baby. Nobody's coming for
I don't think it's possible. I don't even think she can come for her spot.
It was so, like, Rihanna was like the soundtrack to my childhood. I love me some Rihanna. Heavily influenced by her.
She's my favorite of this generation. Yeah, of this generation. Like, I love Rihanna. Like, that's the next concert that if she comes back, whenever she goes back on tour, God willing, if I'm here, I will be in that building, because I want to see her perform.
Totally. No, and I thought she killed it at the Super Bowl, especially pregnant. I thought she killed it before I found out she was pregnant. Then I seen it and I was
her catalog is just ridiculous. Like, it's just a party. Like,
it really is.
You just won't sit down.
And my dad had said to me one time, he was just like, you should always strive to make music that makes the whole world sing. And I think when we look at our pop star icons, especially the Black ones, they really be doing that.
Those are the only ones that's the only ones I really care about, really.
Listen, rooting for everybody Black. I'm rooting for everybody Black. I love
yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else am I going to do?
That's it right now.
What else is there to do?
Nothing but
that's all I relate to. You know what I mean? Unless it's got some soul, like Tina Marie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it ain't coming like Elisa Stansfield, you get those little sprinkles in there. But, like, it's hard enough just being Black and creative. Like, you don't got time to be, looking for new stuff.
Oh yeah, no. We are so good at making music that the whole world can sing to.
That's
we are so good at being present. We're so good at being pop icons. That's what I love about the culture. It's amazing.
Yeah. I think you have the potential to become one of yourself. So I think you're on a great start. And I just say congratulations. I mean, you have great personality. You're very well-rounded. And music, you know what I mean? You've studied it. You know the artist. You can take it back and have a real good conversation about artists and stuff like that. So who are some of your favorite male artists? We gave the women so much love. We got to give the brothers some love too, because
we do, and I love my brothers. I
mean, even though you're making them cry,
just a little bit, but no, it's okay. I'm Angie Stone when it comes to my brothers.
Oh, that's okay. Come on now. Yeah, you started off with a good soulful one right there.
Yes, for sure. I want to keep a neo soul base. Whatever genre I go to, neo soul for me is really what I think inspires my songwriting. Like, when I write music and I'm just writing, I try not to think about the genre so much. I just try to let it just be music. And I think about, like, okay, what is the sound that is coming out right now? And, like, within the present, that was kind of why I think that EP is so significant for me in this moment, because when I just started writing about my life and what I'm experiencing or what I have experienced and putting a sound to that, like a soundtrack to my life, it feels like a neo soul experience, so.
Yeah, it was a refreshing neo soul experience, because neo soul, that term had gotten a little, I don't want to say played, but it got worn throughout the years of it because everything was so depressing, and it seemed so. Then Music Soul Child came, he brought a little light to it. It made you party a little bit and make the music sound a little more upbeat to
Yes.
me.
No, I
For that
agree.
genre, like he was more had that like that Stevie Wonder, Donny
Yeah,
Hathaway with a touch of that neo soul feel to me, and then all of a sudden that shift
absolutely.
came.
That
But
shit comes and that's what we need. Oh, but to answer your question, so I gotta say my dad as my favorite because that's dad and I'm a daddy's girl.
Okay.
And because he put all of these different sounds, you know what I mean, in my ear growing up, I have the musical toolkit and experience to be able to create. So I will always give him his props
You
for
always
that.
love your old daddy.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
But
That's my dog.
we love that. We love that. You know, it's good that your father was in your life and all that stuff. It's good to hear those positive stories because
Totally.
not everyone has it. So it's good that you're representing that side of it all, you know. So it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. And I love me. I loved Brian McKnight as a child.
Now see, now he's been getting a lot of bad flack
I
lately.
know, and I
But
hate it.
he's still
But regardless, this is how I look at this. How I look at this. How I look at it.
But who ain't been getting bad flack these days anyway?
Everybody's been getting backlash, and I think it's important that we hold them accountable. I also, in holding people accountable, game recognize game. The man
Talk
can sing.
about
The man
it.
can write a song. The man can do that. You
He
know,
can write the hell out of and cover a song too.
and cover
He
and
can sing
sing
a
the
song,
hell
he can
out of
play a
the song.
song, he can write a song, he can produce a song.
He can, and so can his kids. I will say that. Now,
Yeah.
them boys, because woo, yes. But I was also like a kid growing up in the like late 90s, early 2000s. I also had a huge crush on Brian McKnight. I just thought he was so handsome. But for him to sing like these really beautiful love songs that were so delicate and so
What was your favorite Brian McKnight song?
Still in Love. Still in Love. That's my song. That's my song. That's my song.
Still your song.
Still my song to this day.
He has so many, but I like Crazy in Love, the cover he did of on that Crazy in Love. Remember that one?
I don't think I've heard that.
The Jacob lyric soundtrack.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. I know what you're talking about, Jason's lyric. That's a good movie. You know, You Will Know.
That's that Jacob lyric. Jason's lyric. Oh my
god. Black Men United when they did You Will Know.
Yeah, that was fire. Oh my god, that was fire.
Basically, everybody who did that, Tevin Campbell,
killed it.
Who else was on it? It was a whole bunch of people on there.
Stokely, everybody from that time. Keith Sweat, Rude Boys,
all of them.
All of them. Joe.
Joe, man, I can't tell you how many times I got in trouble as a 3-year-old for singing "I Want to Know" by Joe. Like I knew what I was singing. Just in the bag.
I mean, it could have been worse. You could have been singing some of his other songs.
I tell you, I was like, at least I was just singing. I thought it was about love. I don't know what I wanted to know, but I just wanted to know something.
Ooh, well, good thing you didn't know those other songs because he had some other songs on that album that you would have. If you got in trouble for that song, you probably would be dead if you sang the other ones.
I know them songs now, and it ain't my fault. I was just listening to what was on the radio, okay, and I was singing what was catchy. I also, as a child, had a tendency to make up my own words.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, it's a running joke. I was gonna sing the song. It didn't matter if I knew the song or not. Feliz Navidad became the East Bunny Hop. I ain't know what that. Whatever words make sense. It sounded like the vowels was matching up. That's what the song was.
You was preserving the melody.
Yes, I was preserving the melody. I wanted to ensure that everybody else knew the words. So I was gonna hit the melody and I was gonna test everybody in the room. My daycare teacher just had a time with me.
How important is melody for you? Do you come up with the melody first, or do you come up with your lyrics first?
You know, I tend to, for songs that are important or like tend to like really touch people. Not that I love all my babies equally. Of all my songs, they're like my children. And then after I release them, I've given birth to the songs, and they are out in the world, and it's for the world to do with them what they will. But for the songs that are significant, it is always lyrics and melody together.
Okay.
Like with Cryan Brian, I heard it and I was just bumping to it. And I was like, they say bad things happen in threes. They telling the truth.
That line is dope too. That line is dope.
You know, thank you. But like, I get like the first couple of lines of something, and then I'll get sort of an inkling as to like what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be like the hook will come in and that melody will come in. And then I'll get like okay, I think I kind of know where I want to go in the direction of this. And then I'll go back and write everything else and figure out the rest later. But like the general hook is usually, if it's like one of my favorite songs, it's at the same time, lyrics and melody.
Okay. Now that's dope. That's dope. Well, I'm excited to see what happens, what continues to happen with your artistry. I'm looking forward to watching those videos, the If You Want It videos, because I didn't stick that. I was stuck on Cryan Brian. Now I gotta give all of them a little bit of love that you've given love to, and we're gonna be supporting Cryan Brian on Soul the Streets, because that song is just necessary to be supported, and hopefully as it continues to grow, the support continues to grow, and you just continue to maintain this beautiful energy you have about yourself, and continue writing that fire.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm always
let me ask you before we end it, if you could give some advice to a young artist coming up, male or female, male and female, what advice would you give to one that's looking to not necessarily get into the industry, but just to stay creative, stay motivated, stay excited about creating music, writing music with no I don't want to say no direction, but like, because everybody's goal is always to get to have the hit record, to get the record deal, to get the stars, you know what I mean, to be up there with the stars. But before you can do that, you have to master your craft and stuff like that. So what advice would you give young creatives coming up, or even older creatives just getting started, just to maintain that creative energy?
Yeah. 3 things. I'm a very, very spiritual person. People always laugh at me with my zodiac signs and whatnot. They be like, you with the woo-woo crew. And I'm like, yes, I am. Be balanced. It keeps me sane. I'm really saving lives because I'm an Aries. And if I get a little, rah, got some crowd stuff, everyone's welcome. I meditated today, But energy is so important. When you leave your house to go do stuff, you're around so many different people, and sometimes you can carry that energy back with you. So you have to stay prayed up. You have to meditate. You have to cleanse your space, cleanse your energy consistently, because other people's energy and other people's thoughts about your art can really impact what it is that you think that you want to do with it. The second thing I would say is like not to box yourself in or limit yourself. Say what you want to do and then just go do it. Just go do the thing. Don't worry about, well, I don't have this or I don't have that. You just go ahead and make it happen.
That's key. Oh, that's key. Because so many people be like, I got to do this first before I do that. But just do that.
Yeah.
And then watch all the other things that's come.
It'll fall into place.
Yeah.
It'll fall into place.
Overthinking.
Yeah, we really do. We as artists, we really do. Especially because the business is so oversaturated. People feel like
But I don't think it's wrong with the overthink, but it's like when you just don't move on the thinking. Like you can think it over and think it over, but this do after you like, even in the midst of this, if you just constantly overthinking over, just pour something out, like a little bit, so you can pick up on it and start from something.
Right.
Sometimes we think about stuff and then we don't do nothing and nothing happens.
Absolutely. And then you be sitting there and time's gonna pass whether you do the thing or not. So you might as well
exactly. And then you would have missed whatever, and then people, I guess if it was meant to be, it would have happened. You know what?
You could have made it happen. But no, and then my last thing is just remember your why. Like my reason for doing music is I want to make songs that can guide people back to their own divinity, their own sense of grounding, their own sense of peace, their own sense of guidance. You don't need somebody outside of you to tell you what you got to do for your life. You just need you. You need a ground in you. And I think that in this world today, while I love community, I think sometimes people can get so worried about what's going on externally with social media and everything like that, that they don't think about them and how they're feeling and what they need to process and how
Gotta
they
be
need to.
community to yourself.
Yeah, community to yourself first. You can't be community to somebody else if you. How you gonna? My daddy always said, "Do not." He gets so mad at me because I be saying it all the way wrong. He be saying it very, very proper. And I act like a nigga. So I be like, don't take fashion advice from a nigga that don't own a shirt. And that's not at all what my daddy said. He's like, it's the African proverb. Do not, I don't know. It's something along the line.
Don't take advice. Don't take advice on fashion from a nigga that don't own a shirt.
That's the K version because I niggaized it.
Oh, okay. But what's the proper way? What is the way your dad would say it?
I niggize it because I forget every time. Hold on, give me like 2 seconds. Remember,
I like that version. Don't take.
You don't remember nothing I be telling you. I'm like, I'm sorry, Dad, but I believe
that's what you call shorthand.
For real. I speak nigganese. But that is
real nigga
shit. Real. That's essentially the idea behind the proverb, though. It's like if you would not want to live their lifestyle, you don't need to be taking advice from them. So you don't need to be worried about what other people are trying to say about what your art is doing or how you're following your creative passions, because they're not living your life and you don't want their life. You want your life. You want to be present.
Right.
This EP in the present. You're going to be present on what you got going on and what's on your mind and what's on your spirit and what you have to process so that you can create the art that God wants you to create. So my art is all about on God, bro. So my art is all about introspection and bringing people back to that sense of grounding. And that's my why. Other artists should create their whys and write it down, tattoo it on their body. I got hella tattoos. And just stick to it. So those are my 3 things. Those are my 3 pieces of advice.
Dope. Like I said, you are an amazing artist. I see why Virgil's so excited. When he spoke about you, he was very excited, and I see why. Just light up. You just light up the camera, light up the studio booth, and just keep lighting up this world with the music, and just don't stop. And I know you're not, because it's in you. It's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word.
Yeah, I was singing it in my head.
No, but dope stuff. I'm excited. I'm glad we got a chance to have this conversation, and we got to do it again as you continue to get into the project, and as it continues to grow, as you do a new project, whatever you got going on, you have a spot here. As long as I'm doing Solar Streets, definitely tap in, and I'll be supporting you. Yeah, happy holidays to you and your family, and to the kiddies. Make sure they get some good turkey for for Thanksgiving.
Yes, I have to get my babies right. Thank you so much. And I'm just a peace and blessings to you and yours as well. Thank you so much for the opportunity and for checking out my music. It really means a lot for you to take your time, intelligence, and energy and spend it on my stuff. Like,
oh, definitely. And Merry Christmas to you as well, because by the time this interview comes out, Thanksgiving's gonna be over, and we're gonna be getting ready for Christmas. So,
period.
You know what I'm saying? So, listen, take a picture of how you look now, because I'm sure by Thanksgiving it's gonna be a different. It's gonna be a different look.
No! This
is the time when niggas eat.
Go get a couple pounds. Well, I could stand to put on a few pounds. You know, I'm like 95 pounds soaking wet, so I'll probably be very happy with those results.
Same here. But listen, this has been dope. I've had so much fun talking to you. I don't know what else to say. I hate to say goodbye, but it's just something that we gotta do.
I understand. Hopefully we'll be in touch and stuff. Hopefully I can come back on. I'd love to continue to be in relationship with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Blessings to you and your family. Peace.
Same to you. Peace.
Oh, how can the people find you on social media?
Oh, snap. Okay, you can find me on Songbird and Symphony on Instagram and TikTok. My band is called the Neo Symphony. Shout out to my Neo people. They're very, very sweet, wonderful collective of musicians that,
all from North Carolina?
All from North Carolina. Yes, they're dope. So I got keys, bass, drums, 2 background vocalists that travel with me and everything.
Shout out their names. What's their name?
We got King James. I'm sorry, he's gonna be like, you can just call me James. I call him King James, because King James version in the Bible. He's a very He's a very brotherly man, James on keys. Got my brother Joseph on drums. The white boy can play, y'all. We got Evo. This other white boy can play on bass. They both be killing it. I love them so much. And they're fabulous, fabulous newcomers to the craziness that is Kay Marion.
The craziness, I like that.
The craziness, okay, because I am a brand of my own.
Talk about it. Own it.
And for background vocalists, I utilize Quayle Husky, Little John, the little lady with the big voice. I use also two of my best friends are in the girl group with me. I tend to alternate between the two of them. Jasmine Trene, the sexy, vivacious fashion designer, fashionista, singer, who is also leading lady of a wonderful band I sing background for called Nubian Collective. They do hip hop music. And I also utilize Jada Storm, who is my childhood bestie. She is up next. She is a wonderful, wonderful, like if you like 90s, 2000s R&B, like that good R&B, like golden era R&B, that's the type of music she makes. That's the type of stuff she writes. And so they all help me out and back me up during performances and everything like that.
I see why your energy is so lit, and because you have a great team behind you. Great. It's not like I have a whole bunch of fun. And the music sounds like your music is a whole bunch of fun. So I know y'all have fun when y'all performing your own music. So you can only bring that energy to whatever else you got going on. So I'm looking forward, like I said, to seeing it all unfold.
Yes, Songbird and Symphony on Instagram and TikTok. You guys can find me there. I post pretty much every day.
No, dope. Oh, and come on, and you're active on these networks. Let's get it.
I'm trying to do everything I can. No excuses.
Come on, and then more than that. Come on now.
Oh yes.
Until next time, Kay, be blessed. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you.